Last week, we were walking through the storm. This week, the skies are golden, and North London forever will be trophyless, at least for now. Oh, I am in shock, guys. I am in utter shock that Liverpool are in this spot right now. And I know I shouldn't be, because I should trust the team, and I should believe in arneslot and all the systems and all that stuff. But, come on, guys. I mean, we're all just a little shocked, right? I mean, this is insane. Liverpool march into the Etihad and just completely dominate Manchester City and Pep Guardiola. And by the way, before this season ever started, I kind of predicted this was going to happen. Actually, I really did. I said arneslot was going to destroy Pep Guardiola this season. But that's besides the point, guys. I loved watching this game because right off the bat, you could see the plan and you could see it in action. Liverpool were going to play a very, very ultra-controlled style against Man City. And, you know, it was so controlled that large portions of the game were spent in our defensive third, with Alisson, Konate, and Van Dijk all possessing, really just kind of standing still. And so you could see that. Now, I didn't know right off the bat if that was going to actually work, if that was going to get Liverpool the coveted 3 points that the Etihad. But ultimately, it proved that it did work. And Liverpool were happy to give Manchester City a lot of possession in this one. They were happy to allow them space out wide. I don't know if it was the game plan to let Jeremy Doku completely shred Trent Alexander-Arnold to pieces all game long, because that was happening from minute 1 to minute 96. But it's 2-0 to Liverpool. It's Liverpool at the top of the table, 11 points clear, and I just want to go through a couple of the performances in this one that were genuinely brilliant. So first and foremost, let's go into the back line. I thought Konate and Virgil van Dijk today were absolutely immense. Absolutely immense in a game where, especially for Ibrahima Konate, that side of the pitch was being constantly attacked, and for good reason, because Jeremy Doku was basically able to do whatever he wanted to with Trent Alexander-Arnold. He had his way with him. And the good thing for Liverpool is Jeremy Doku doesn't really have the finished product, right? He doesn't have the final pass or the final shot. He does not have what we could honestly put in the Mohamed Salah category of he is not able to finish those moves. But he was absolutely shredding Trent Alexander-Arnold on that left wing, on our right position, the right side of our defense. And Konate and Ryan Gravenberch, by the way, were both having to support very much on that right side of our defense, and they did it well. To be honest, they did it well. There's probably another video to make about Trent Alexander-Arnold and what we saw today, because it was genuinely embarrassing. I'm going to back him because he's wearing a Liverpool shirt, but my goodness, Jeremy Doku absolutely shredded him to pieces. And it wasn't like Trent Alexander-Arnold, was in attack mode, and that's why he wasn't able to defend. No, he wasn't really doing anything at all. He had a couple okay passes, but for the majority of that game, it was Doku just absolutely walking around Trent Alexander-Arnold. All right, enough about that. Enough about the negative. That was probably the only negative from the game, from a Liverpool perspective. Alisson Becker was well and good, well and good and well, whatever. He scored a high 8 on SofaScore, and I think it was just because he didn't have a lot to do. Made a couple easy saves, but just the distribution, the passing, the control on the back line was really, really solid. And then Virgil van Dijk, of course. And, honestly, Andy Robertson, not terrible. Got dribbled past a few times, but was honestly pretty decent. It's shocking to me that, we look at this 30-year-old left back, and he was miles better than our 25, 26-year-old right back, who's supposed to be, according to him, on the Ballon d'Or shortlist. Or soon to be. Not the case. Not going to happen. So Backline, apart from Trent, was absolutely brilliant. Very, very good. And I know some of you out there are probably going to say, well, City, it's a clean sheet against City at the Etihad, so you can't slate Trent for that. Well, absolutely, yeah, because if they had any kind of threat from Jeremy Doku, other than just dribbling and speed, we would have been in really, really big trouble. But thankfully, it was just Jeremy Doku. Okay, Alexis McAllister and Ryan Gravenberch running the pitch. Honestly, no surprise here for me because of City's aged legs in the midfield. I expected as much from Gravenberch and McAllister. Now, there were times where that midfield was pretty open, and I had doubts because City would get the ball in the middle of the park and had lots and lots of space to work with, but then we would track back quickly. That was one of the things we did really, really well today was when we lost possession, all 10 of our outfield players would absolutely sprint back into position. We'd close up those gaps really quickly, and City just didn't have the energy to get those quick counters in like what they've been able to do in the past. So City would get the ball, and they'd make a quick counter move, but then they would stop because, typically it was Gravenberch or Szoboszlai. And honestly, Salah and Diaz as well were tracking back really, really well. There was a point in this game, guys, where Mohamed Salah looked like a better defender than Trent Alexander-Arnold. Okay? I was texting Aaron, friend of the show, big Liverpool supporter from London, and I said that. I said, Mohamed Salah honestly looks like a better defender than Trent Alexander-Arnold. It's crazy. It's absolutely nuts. Speaking of King Mo, Egyptian King Mohamed Salah, absolutely brilliant once again. I don't think anybody would have bet against Salah to score in this one because we know what he's done this season and we know how much he loves playing against Manchester City. But my goodness, Mohamed Salah, once again, everything runs through this guy, scores the first, assists the second, and just honestly brilliant. I mean, you just can't say that anyone else is the man of the match when Mo Salah plays like that. He was absolutely consistently dangerous on that right side. There were a couple other points in the game other than his goal and assist where you just thought like, oh, here it comes. And honestly, City's defense had no answer for it. Guardiola was just constantly kind of being turned around by Salah. And that's just what Mohamed Salah does now every single game. Goal and an assist, at least. That's the baseline. It's ridiculous. Curtis Jones, okay, whatever. Not much going on there. Luis Diaz, I thought, could have been better. He got better as the game went on, but early in the game, I thought we had some really strong counterattacks that just kind of died on that left wing with Luis Diaz. And I don't have an agenda against him. I just feel like, he just waits too long. He gets the ball and he tries to dribble into trouble. And most of the time he does. But my deputy man of the match, Dominic Szoboszlai, absolutely brilliant performance. This is the performance we've all wanted to see from Dominic Szoboszlai. And I'm not meaning that he hasn't done this, because he's done this in recent weeks. I'm talking about doing this against Man City and the best in the world, right? I'm talking about Dominic Szoboszlai coming into a massive, massive match like this and putting his stamp on the game and saying, I am here, it is my turn, okay? And that's what he did today. A beautiful goal, very calm, cool, and collected to go left foot into the bottom right-hand corner. Just an absolutely delectable goal. It was one of those where I was watching it and I was just like, that can't be that easy. It can't be like something, was that offsides? What's going on? It just seemed too easy for us to get the ball over the top to Mohamed Salah, just right across the middle to Dom. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot, and he did it perfectly. And Liverpool go on to cruise 2-0. 2-0 win against Man City at the Etihad. 11 points clear. Guys, I'm still not at the point where I am going to stamp it in stone and say Liverpool don't need to worry about the Premier League anymore this season. It's done and dusted. It's completely over. I'm not saying that because I don't think we're at the point where arneslot can start resting players in the Premier League matches, okay? Until that's the case, which probably means that until we have mathematically eliminated Arsenal, there's still games to be played, okay? Still games to be played. But we've just gotten one of the most difficult matches remaining on our schedule out of the way It is probably the most difficult away fixture we had left. And now Liverpool, you know, with 11 matches to go, I think 7 of those are home games at Anfield. Whoo, guys. Whoo. I mean, can you imagine in maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3? No, I guess we don't have many matches in March. So maybe early April. Can you imagine early April, a home game at Anfield, the crowd absolutely going nuts because we have a chance to secure the Premier League title at Anfield? That's going to be absolutely nuts. Oh my goodness. Oh, I can't wait. That's going to be absolutely crazy. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments. Get them in below, guys. I'm absolutely pumped up. Oh my goodness. Ouch. Ooh, I am sorry about that. That legitimately hurt. I'm going to leave it at that.